Okay, Michelle, we're looking at your chip shot swing used from kind of 0 to 20 yards from the green. Some of the fundamentals that we talked about is feet close together. So as you can see, your feet are certainly closer than normal on a normal swing, which is about shoulder width apart. About 70% of weight on the left leg. You want your head and sternum and hands ahead of the golf ball. So this is an excellent setup here. This is actually just perfect. So from this position, as we talked about, your body should stay perfectly still, head, sternum, legs, and it's just the arm swing back, arm swing through with the hands leading the club head. This looks good. So right there you can kind of see how your head's falling back. So with the head falling back, it could lead the club to bottom out too early, either hitting the ground before the ball or not making any ground contact and hitting the ball on the upswing, which would be topping it. So one of the things I really want you to work on is as you're swinging, keep that body leaning forward, which is basically keeping it still. And we talked about a lot as the club swings up, and then it's got to swing down, descend, descend into the grass. So this is pretty good here. You can see how, so this looks good. What I like is the club shaft is leaning a little bit forward. I would actually like it to lean, I would like your hands here at impact, but what you have is decent. But I want those hands to continue to stay in front. You can see how quickly now the club head is in front, club shaft tilting back. When the club shaft tilts back, the club ascends into the air. So this one you got away with, you had a pretty good shot, but you were close to hitting the top shot because of how quickly the club head got in front of the hands. So I want you to continue to work on, see how the hands kind of stop there and they flip up. You can also kind of see how your knees are moving and the weight's back. So you got to continue on working on leaning forward with your body, feeling like, see, this club should be kind of like that right now. Shouldn't be tilted that way. I know this is a full swing, but it's still the same fundamentals of how to strike a golf ball with ball than turf. That's what I really want you guys to understand, is that the club, look how much ahead his hands are in relation to the club head. So he hits it and it's still ahead as he hits it. That's how you get that descending blow, ball and turf contact. Then you can see how it's in a straight line. So that's, your guys' hands are in about the same spot. You can see the club's in different positions. So that's how I want you to finish. So I want you to practice this at your house on the mat. Stop your swing when you're done doing the swing, hitting the ball. Check to see where your weight's at. Make sure it's leaning forward. Make sure your knees haven't gone in. And try to get this straight line just like Adam Scott does. And for these chip shots, you should pretty much stop right here. So you stopped in the proper area, but the club should be pointed down here. Just a couple things to work on. Mainly staying leaning left, and so you want the club head lower to the ground. So this is, you want the club head to come down like that and stay low. Your club head went up. It's just too risky doing that on this little chip shot, because if the club head's going up, it's going to top the ball or hit too far behind it. Okay, Rich. Another really good setup here. Hands are slightly in front of the ball, feet close together, sternum, heads in front of the ball. This is really good stuff. For you, we really talked about the why. So your goal is to keep your body perfectly still, swing that Y back, and swing it through. This is a little bit longer shot, so you're going to get a little bit of wrist hinge, but that's okay. So you're doing a pretty good job of keeping your body still. So this looks really good. See, that looks really good there. Look at that perfect Y. If you continue to work on keeping your body still, look how straight you got that. That's pretty good. That's the idea. Just continue to work on bouncing the club off the ground. You need that grass contact, keeping the body still, swinging the Y, and you will definitely get a lot better. It's a pretty good technique though. See that club come down into the grass? So you want that club on a sharp descending blow into the ball, back and through. Looks pretty good. Continue to work on those fundamentals, keeping the body still, swinging the Y. Do a good job.